Hey you guys, I just wanted to report in about some broody trouble we had with our Silky, shown right here. Her name is Snowy, and she became broody and stopped laying eggs. Prior to that, she'd been doing really good, and she was laying eggs every day. The Silky eggs are about 3/4 the normal size of what we're used to for eggs bought at the store, but they're really good, they're nutritious. And she was really consistent. At about 6 months she started laying eggs, and the Silkies end up being really good mothers. They take time to raise the chicks, and they're really kind of conditioned to go broody. Broodiness lasts usually about 21 days, about 3 weeks, and in that time they will sit on their eggs, even if sometimes there are no eggs. So normally the Silkies are pretty active like these other chickens. They're moving around, they're eating, they're socializing, they're drinking their water. But when they go broody, they just sit all day long, all night long on the eggs. And again, even if there are no eggs there, they just for some reason have their broodiness kicked in. They'll just sit, and it's not really healthy for them. You don't get any eggs, which is no fun, but mainly the Silky's health is maybe not going to be doing the best it could. So to break them of the broodiness, you can try to get them out of their nest and get them out moving around with the flock again. They will try really hard to get back to their nest. In our case, what happened with our Silkies, we went away for a long weekend, and we had automatic feeder, so the chickens were okay, but what was happening is we weren't gathering the eggs. Normally we'll take the eggs out every morning, so the eggs kind of built up, and that's what triggered a hormonal change in our Silky, and she went into this mode of being a mother. And they're real famous for being more broody than other chickens. All chickens will go into this mode when they think that it's time for them to become mothers, and usually it's triggered by a lot of eggs that we don't gather. So the Silkies are, it says they're make excellent mothers. They often go broody, so egg laying may be inconsistent. They lay around 100 to 120 cream-colored eggs per year. We were getting them every day for months on end, and then our vacation of I think it was 4 days kind of threw off our Silky, because again the eggs just built up, and she even will sit on the eggs of our other chickens too. So they really have that motherly instinct. So now after 21 days she's slowly going back to normal. She has not given us eggs yet, but she's out of the coop, and she's taking her dust baths, she's hanging out with the flock, and seems to be healthy and happy again. But this did come with intervention. We did purposefully take her out of the coop, and we would lock the coop door during the day. She tried really hard to get back in there. Usually later in the day, she just felt bad for her. We would open up the door again and let her hang out on the nest. Again, the nest was just empty, but it seemed like it was almost torturous for her to not go in, so we would let her go back in. Had we kept her out all the time, maybe the broodiness would have shut off even sooner, but in our case it lasted 21 days. I've read online that that's pretty common, and now she seems to be going back to normal. But again, after about 4 weeks, we haven't had any new eggs start back up again. But my guess is probably within about a week, she'll be totally back to normal. And we're just gonna make sure we pick up those eggs every time.